It's been a few days since NTE has launched, and though a lot of my time currently has been dedicated to clearing every side quest, making the best coffee shop I can, and also getting my favorite characters leveled as high as they can be, today I wanted to talk about a few of these standout locations and moments from NTE from having spent basically 50 plus hours on the game at this point. To be clear, the topic and the idea of this video isn't so much a guide or a set of tricks that will get you to the end game. This is actually more of a love letter to NTE, as it's actually been very fun and beautiful in a lot of different places and ways. So without further ado, let me take you on a quick trip to some of the nicest and most enjoyable places I've seen and experienced in NTE, and who knows, maybe you could take your favorite character on a date to one of these locations in the future. Now to start things off, we have the Tikal Bridge, which I believe is inspired by the Golden Gate Bridge, and apologies in advance if I don't have every proper name or origin story / context / detail for a location. I definitely have not explored every single nook and cranny of Hethereau yet, but the point here still stands. This bridge is cool for several reasons, including having a few crows / collectibles located around it, but nothing to me is as cool as the typical trope of seeing something super tall in the world and then saying, yeah, I'm gonna climb that thing raw, and actually be able to do so. The easiest way to get up to this bridge though is by owning Nautilus, as she allows you to magnetize and walk up any surface without any problems. That said, if you've skipped her, you can actually purchase a modern alchemy consumable, which is purchasable from the 9°C coffee shop, which reduces the team stamina cost by 20% for 900 seconds. Now apologies again, as I've actually lied and there is another very cool secret attached to this location. And though you can look up another video or guide for exact details, getting to the top of this bridge is actually part of a mini quest to obtain a free S-class arc known as Day Off. This also happens to be one of the best arcs for the main character, which when combined with everything else that I've talked about earlier, makes for an incredible spot in a bunch of different ways. Now, although the next location I have doesn't involve giving you a free S-class arc, I found this place to be pretty peaceful and arguably one of the best places for screenshots and taking things easy. On that note, the game however also seems to agree with this opinion that I have though, as they've also included this location as a daily date option for Nautilus, and I get it. This is a very pleasant and pretty location, not just for dates, but to really soak in and appreciate the country and nature of Neverness to Everness. The next location that I'd like to talk about though is a purple dome, which also happens to double as a camera / photo landmark. I like this spot specifically because I've always been a fan of fireworks and light shows, and honestly this was just pretty cool to see, especially as the water show and firework images come to life as soon as you take your photo. As a side note to this is also a location that has a claw machine available to interact and play with, though this to me was less exciting compared to the visuals, or maybe my hatred for claw machines in real life was part of the reason why I didn't like it as much. The last location I'd like to talk about though is Hethereau Sky Tower, and this was actually one of my favorite places I found while exploring, though there were a few odd interactions that I had in the spot. For instance, there's a paper plane anomaly at the top of the tower, but you actually can't hit or defeat this enemy as you're unable to enter combat in this zone. Things were even more unusual however, as I tried to climb this building with Nautilus 2, but about halfway up my journey, I was no longer allowed to climb and fell all the way to the bottom, even despite the magnetize, increased stamina, or even my attempts to slowly crawl up without using any other cheese. Separate from this though, I did find the piano playing of the restaurant in the tower and the rainbow that spawns if you swap from rain to sun on the rooftop to be very pleasant, though genuinely this is just a great place to admire the view, take screenshots, or invite a character on a date. Now to end things off though, there are a lot of other locations that I wanted to visit or comment on. A few were completely locked off, like one of the 2 Ferris wheels that happened to be attached to a playland type spot, and there's really no way to get to this as there's a bunch of red tape and red walls that don't allow you to actually enter the location. Moving from this though, I have to be honest, a lot of the beauty in Hethereau also just came from anomalies that you had to hunt, or even things like the online racing minigame, where one of the levels or locations that you visit is actually just super beautiful and well designed. Overall, though I've been having a blast in covering NTE, it's things like these locations that do allow me to really immerse myself in Hethereau, and that's something that I've found to be very rare for other titles, but something that I've really wanted to do a lot, not just in games, but in media in general. Thanks again for watching and joining me on this trip though. I know this was a pretty different video compared to what I normally cover, but I can't really describe it. This was just probably one of the more enjoyable experiences I've had at the start of a gacha's launch, and for me, it felt pretty special. Until next time, take care.